Glendale, Arizona. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Watson, off play action. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. Here's Watson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Able to push his way through. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Murray going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know One big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 14 carries, 80 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now Watson going to get this into the hands of Chubb. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2nd and 2. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Play fake. Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. These two teams all tied after one. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Murray now. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Four receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray. Keeps himself upright. Fights through, and now a crease. Murray with a nice move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Fitzgerald on the slant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. There's a nice move. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Ready.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They budging back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 3rd and 4. Now Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. Fielded just inside the 20. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken right at the 35. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20, and they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That one complete to Driver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense
on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Watson now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, it's Watson. Eluding the and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, and now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Myers' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Justin Madubuike. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He stiff arms him. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. 178 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
So it's 3rd and 1. The defense, they stack the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box. It doesn't matter to them. Block people, give your running back a chance, because it could pay off big as it just did there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Myers' kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Able to fight through one tackle. A second nice move. 193 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Shotgun now from Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again. This is hauled in by Driver. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game.
But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, Watson right back to Njoku. They can't tackle him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Able to get away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they run, but this is a reverse. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down 23-17. 90 seconds remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Watson. Pass complete to Chubb. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They'll run for it. Chubb. Oh, nice move. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. To a knee goes Murray, and that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Cardinals, they get a 5th win to move to 5-11 with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.